Hello, this is James Graff with Advisors Mortgage Group, the Mortgage Minute. This is market wrap for Monday, August 10th, 2020. Stocks ended the day higher. Dow closed up 357.96 at 27,791.44, and the S&P 500 closed up 9.19 at 3,360.47. Mortgage bonds ended the day higher, almost right at resistance. Here's the executive order breakdown. President Trump's executive order breakdown. The additional unemployment benefit has dropped from $600 per week to $400 and requires that states kick in $100 of the $400. A little bit like saying, I'm going to pay you, I'll give you $400 as long as your brother pays you the extra $100 in that $400. States can choose whether or not to participate and contribute the additional $100. So it may be $300 in some states, which is true in New Jersey. I know that the governor said that New Jersey cannot afford to pay the $100. Moving on, the added benefit will last till at least the end of the year, depending on unemployment. They can claim the benefits retroactively from August 1st. That's important. We'll get to the constitutionality issues a little bit later. Payroll taxes can be deferred through the end of the year if you're earning less than $100,000 per year, but that has to be paid back. President Trump has said that if he is reelected, he would terminate the tax and it would be forgiven. I believe that tax goes into the Social Security and Medicare, so there's a potential problem there. Student loan payments are now deferred through the end of the year, extending the deferral currently in place that expired in September. Another difficult thing is who you talked about that. How does that work? When does it? Interesting. Many questions there. On evictions, as appropriate and consistent with applicable law, to promote the ability of renters and homeowners to avoid eviction or foreclosure resulting from financial hardships caused by COVID-19. Such action may include encouraging and providing assistance to public housing authorities, affordable housing owners, landlords, and recipients of federal grant funds in minimizing evictions and foreclosures. There was not a lot of clarity regarding what will actually be done. These are basically sounds to me like the recommendations to federal agencies from the president. We could talk about this, all of these at a greater length. I'm going to move on quickly and come back to it. Upcoming events coming up this week is the Producer Price Index and the Consumer Price Index. Inflation reports will be released, as well as retail sales. There will also be a 10-year and 30-year auction, which can have an impact on bond markets, depending on the level of demand for treasuries. So I would like to actually get back to the executive order breakdown. There's a constitutionality to this executive order in that the Congress is the sole body that appropriates funds. So I'm not sure if the president can reallocate funds from, let's say, the military or something. I'm not sure if that's even possible. Basically, I think it's a starter. It's trying to get the Democrats and Republicans back to the table to get this pushed through Congress somehow, because he knows that it's so important for the economy, his reelection, the foreclosures that would come from the evictions are scaring many people in the real estate industry that aren't aware of all the underlying strengths that we see. In fact, I think it just came out that 56% of all real estate transactions are in bidding wars. Basically, I'm not sure if that's above asking. I think it's bidding wars. So 56% is an awful lot, actually. Trying to think what else to tell you. President seems to be taking power away from Mnuchin, who is himself a 1% elite. None of this affects him in any way, but he was negotiating previously. The president kind of took that power a little bit away from him when he made the executive order. I guess the most contentious is the payroll taxes being deferred. It's like an election talking point against Joe Biden, and unfortunately that also affects Social Security and Medicare, because that's where those taxes go directly into. They're earmarked. Student loans, the issue with them is who to talk to, how to get it going, where. You first talk to the person servicing your loan, but even they probably are not going to know where to turn to get this rolling. So right now it's all kind of iffy and in the air. With that, I'd like to wish that everyone has an absolutely wonderful day. Thanks for listening.